step in the concrete jungle. Everything is broke, your passion be the healer. If you getting bread in the vultures.
It's hard to say that I have a favorite song on the album on Cost of Living. Because it changes every day, every mood, whenever I listen to it, it depends on the mood, you know what I'm saying? And I've always told people, like, that's when you know that you're doing it right. When I could put out a post and ask the people, yo, what's your favorite song on the album? And everybody comes back with a different song. No one gravitates towards the same song. If everybody gravitates towards the same song, you're doing it wrong. Something's wrong. But when everybody comes back with their own favorite, I do that with the albums too. What's your favorite album of mine? Everybody has a different favorite album, man. It's a beautiful thing. But I do the same thing with my own music. And this album, on Cost of Living, it's the same thing. My favorite might change from day to day, depending on my mood and how I'm feeling. But I think there's a couple consistencies, like Free. Free is, from a producer standpoint, when I made the beat, there's just something about that beat. It's nostalgic to me. It's real calming. Very. It gives me a good. I'm a melody driven producer. I'm not a sounds and blips type of producer. I'm real melody driven. So it has an amazing melody to me. And I'm just speaking about the song, beat wise. Obviously the song as a whole is amazing, but beat wise to me, I remember making that beat and I remember instantly, it's one of the later beats I made for the project. And, this is for the project, period. It wasn't going anywhere else. This was his beat. So, that's one of the ones that's kind of sticks to me, sticks with me, right? Whenever I listen to the album.
My favorite verse on the Free record, from Cost of Living, I teach my daughter how to count through dominoes, stack by fives to win. I'm from a place in the shy with the livest men. Ghetto kings in heaven no reside in the pen, life is sin. But deep inside they were some righteous men. I conceive life when I swipe with the pen. Flawless, through me they could breathe and receive life again. Toss yourself in that jungle and see what it teach you. Draining the brain is step one as to how they would breed you. Step two is take a resource for you to choose, but keep taking and subtract and see that's how you lose. Step three is put the drugs in your communities, but you gotta be resourceful. See, that's how you eat. I know the contrary, get a job, go to school, but what's meant for me could never be meant for you. I'm just here to give a voice to the voiceless. God judge man by his heart, not his choices. Free. Basically about, we go through what we go through, and it was designed that way. I teach my daughters how to count through dominoes. I thought that was some ill shit, some slick shit to say, you know what I mean? Like, I can see me teaching Katie Bug in the video, her slapping the shit down, and, I teach my daughter how to count through dominoes, stack by fives to win. I'm from a place in the shy with the livest men. Ghetto kings in heaven or reside in the pen, life of sin. But deep inside, they were some righteous men. I conceive life when I swipe with the pen, flawless. Through me, they could breathe and receive life again. Toss yourself in that jungle and see what it teach you. Draining the brain is step one as to how they would breed you. Step two, take a resource for you to choose. You're taking it away. It's just about what we go through, and those guys that really live that life, they're righteous, they mean better, but it's really a possibility. It's not a possibility, but that's all some dudes could resort to. You know what I mean? That's all some cats could resort to. There's some guys I know in the neighborhood, they saw that, they sat in the closet and heard a man break into their crib and rape and kill their mother. So that turned them into monsters. As kids, their grandmother raised them and they had to live with this trauma. That's a real fucking story. So it turned them into monsters. So it's not, I can't go to corporate and, that's all they knew, because it's probably that was living in them, So it's like, it's a possible, people say, well, you got choices, you could do this, you could do right. No, to some people, that's all they had, and it's true. And I'm the voice, I speak for them. I don't live that life, but I'm credible enough where I'm from, and, you know, my people. I have family members that shed blood in that neighborhood, and I'm credible enough to speak for those guys. To speak on the area I'm from, K-Town, West Side Chicago, and you know West Garfield, if you want to be very technical, and what everybody's going through over there. You know that area. Okay, Apollo came this weekend. He came to Chicago this weekend, and I took him. It was only right. We're doing videos. You know, it was only right to take him to the West Side, where I'm from, the grounds I walked on, and I'm sure after being over there, you have a different feel for the music. You know, he saw the people, he saw how they act to videos being shot. He saw the people, you know, walking with bags of groceries and 4 kids. You know, that's what it is. But my area, it's like one big box full of people. And this corner of the box, you have 9-to-5s, jobs. You know, this is what you choose. This side of the box, it might be, you know, hustling. This side might be jail or death. And this side of the box might be, you know, someone that's just don't got it and they trying to choose where they want to go. You choose where you want to go. But the thing about my area, K-Town, and I'm sure the other hoods are the same way, no matter what side of the box you choose, you can't take away where you're from. And we all respect each other for what side of that box we go to. You know, I was just telling Apollo, like I got guys that I came up with, you know, they're in the federal penitentiary, and they always encourage me to speak conscious. Not, no, you should write some shit for the block and, you know, talk about, you know, females and shaking ass. No, they always encouraged me to be conscious, and that was the shit they loved. But that's what they chose to do. They respected what I chose to do, and that's how it is. It's one big box of people, a cluster of people that have choices. And whatever choice you choose, that's what you got to live with. And you can change it. You can go to a different side of that box, but it's going to take work, because that community, man, it's a beautiful community. You know, the people in it just have to, you know, just know that and act as such. Not saying they don't, but majority rules. But once a majority get there, it's gonna be just black greatness, man. I want to make my contribution to making it back to that way. You know, back then, now the kids can't even play. You know, but back then when we were out, we were able to play outside because all the kids were, everybody, the community watched each other, the elders. That's not happening anymore. Everybody in the house, everybody on their phones. Shorties don't know what it's like to play outside. So we got over that now. We got outdoor skating rinks. Salute to everyone at the, you know, Right to Wellness, outdoor skating rinks, clinics, you know, putting that stuff up, organic food pantries being built, and Right to Wellness, they're in charge of all that. And I work with them on that as well. So you know, so that's part of my whole thing. If there could be someone I would feature on the free record with me, I would have Apollo Brown write a verse. First time ever, baby.
Nah.
First one to get Apollo Brown verse with the beat.
Nah, man.
You know,
They always say secretly producers want to be MCs and MCs want to be producers, man. But not in this, not here.
I tried. That shit was horrible.
I'm good, man. I can't memorize nothing, and I would sound stupid spitting on the mic. So, nah, I'm good. I'll stay in my lane.
I don't know who I would feature on that verse though. On that,
I wouldn't feature anybody.
Yeah, it's just perfect.
It's perfect the way it is.
Flawless.
Absolutely. There was really no creative process when it came to that song. I was surprised at every moment of that song. Every verse of that song, you know, like I said, we didn't do the whole, yo, check this out. This is what I wrote. No, we didn't do that. So we didn't discuss a theme or you know, some type of, you know, creative process for that song. I let him do what he does. You know what I'm saying? I don't work with anybody I got to babysit. Yeah. I know what he's capable of.
That was the disclaimer.
And You know what I'm saying? Like
Disclaimer. Real
I
shit.
let him do him, and he came back with that, and it's classic.
Cost of living.
Yo, this your man Apollo Brown representing Detroit.
It's your boy Philmore Greene represents Chicago. And we just broke down a song Free from the classic Cost of Living album.